Paul goes in. He nails it, and we're tied up. Paul's got his first points in this one.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
That is good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
To the paint, Redick. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Redick's got 7 points. The Spurs have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Out to the wing. Here's Freak. Can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. San Antonio trailing here. They set the pick. Rivers with it. Williams picks him up. Out to West. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter. And the whistle blows as the basket counts in a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the evening. Free throw good, Freak. Well, we all know that Freak changed sides recently, but it's a challenge he's up to and wanted it. It can be intimidating, you know, Clark, to join a new team, but I think he's okay with it.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, he knows there are going to be some rough spots and a bit of a learning curve. But eventually things smooth out, and Freak knows how to fit in with the team, and this roster definitely looks stronger with him on it.
From deep. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
And here is Williams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Pass to Rivers. Here's Marjanovic. At the elbow, it's Freak. Clock at 4. Shoots off the step back. Offensive rebound. And he gets it to go.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Crawford. We sat down with Freak to discuss how he's handling the loss of his close friend. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
Without question. I mean, it's a really difficult road to navigate the loss of a loved one or a close friend.
Action here for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Smith. Ryan Hollins comes in for Blake Griffin. Green, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Williams in for J.J. Redick. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Paul and Mo Williams are manning the backcourt. Ryan Hollins is out there with Green, and it's Jordan in at the center. Leonard against Paul. This one for 3. Jordan kicks to Hollins. Over in the corner, Green. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Nobody near Williams. Shot is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boys.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Los Angeles on D. They trail by 7.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged 10 points per game, 13 rebounds, and just over 3 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
You know, over this last whole stretch of games, I mean, he's been shutting down the lane with absolute authority.
Clippers trail by 8. Paul outside. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
Parker passes to Freak. 1:24 left in the first half. Collins with the block. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. A minute 20 left now here in the second. 2 on the clock. Here's Freak. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Paul's got his 3rd rebound tonight. West with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Paul outside. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the Clippers miss again.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
They kick it out to Green. Dishes to Freak. Can't get it to go. Jordan with some nice D. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. That's tipped. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Williams against Parker. Outside Williams. And it's blocked. Here's Freak. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
That'll do it for the first half. Spurs lead by 9. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Freak, really. Look now for San Antonio. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Freak comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Rivers in for Parker. The Clippers also changing it up. Jason Smith, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Crawford comes in for Green, and Mo Williams subbed in for Paul. Freak in at shooting guard. West out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Rivers in at the 1 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And that one's good. Freak.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Griffin dishes to Crawford. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And it's 7 points for Crawford. Spurs leading by 11. Outside Leonard. The floater. He takes it up and lays it in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
LA has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. There's 1:38 left to play in the third. Redick with the bucket.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Rivers kicks to Aldridge. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Hollins is checked in. Redick is in the corner. Aldridge against Griffin. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
The Spurs making a switch here. He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. That free throw good from Griffin. Spurs leading by 9. Here's Freak. He's got 12. Outside Green. Here's Leonard. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Griffin. It's rebounded by West.
And typically he has the touch.
Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.